eaten your ice cream. So anyway, so that's that. But you can tell based on all the newspapers covering things up that this is a while. You can tell here. I'm intrigued. So this is presumably Cassie, right? That was the name that they said, Cassie.
It sure is.
So she's wearing red. She's also brown hair? Reddish head? Brownish. I guess it is brown. It's got a slight warm tone to it, though.
It's giving Auburn.
Yeah, right. Interesting. Last thing about this initial frame, right? Is step one is the fact that if this is truly kind of a fast forward into the future, which again, like based on the amount of damage that's here, seems like it's been a while. The fact that Gregory is still trapped down there and still okay. Sus. I mean, like, there's been a lot of reason to doubt Gregory, you know, as the books have come out, as our theories have talked about. Like, there's a lot of reasons to distrust Gregory, but this is another instance of, what are you still doing down here, bud? Like, are you just trapped? Or, you know, is this a, you know, is this kind of like a luring someone in?
Cassie, I hope you get this message.
So, okay, Cassie, let's talk about that name. Because, you know, I think we can all see where that one's going, right? It's an interesting one, right? Because immediately Cassie makes you think of Cassidy, right? So, you know, is this somehow a reference or a callback to the Vengeful Spirit, right? And is this Golden Freddy or whatever, right? You know, there's Cassidy. But also, Cassie makes me think of Charlie, you know, so you have Cassidy, but you also have Charlie. So is it a fusion of the two? Is it not? Like, is it and also there's just the possibility of it's literally just yet another Jeremy instance, right? Where it's like, we're just reusing another name and we're going to get you to all theorize about it and whatever. And this is no wonder everyone's confused about this franchise because we recycle the same names over and over and over again. It could be just a complete misdirect, right? What was I going to say about? But one of the things that we are going to be talking about in an upcoming theory is, I don't know how many of you guys are following the books and how heavily you're following the books, but by some coincidence, right, ever since we released our timeline, there have been, I believe, 3 books, 4 stories at least, that have come out that are basically like, hey, as explicit as possible that this franchise is like, here's the story that we were trying to tell, or like, here's the story without you having to squint a lot at it, right? Like, there are very clear parallels in some of the stories in question are the storyteller, the mimic, GGY, which I mentioned at the end of the timeline, which came out like roughly when we were